What's going on, everyone? Hunter Doyle from Philly Insider Podcast here with my buddy Nate Tusing, and we're interviewing Aashari Crosswell today from Arizona State, 2021 NFL Draft prospect, which is very exciting. Man, you were a starter as a true freshman. I mean, you earned all Pac-12 All-Conference honors. I have it right here, honorable mention as a true freshman as well. 16th highest greatest defender by PFF, the Pac-12 in 2019, man. Very impressive. Thank you so much for this opportunity, man. We appreciate it. I mean, we're very impressed with the film we watched of you, all your accolades and accomplishments, man. So how are you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Honestly, I'm blessed to just be on this podcast with y'all and to talk to you right now. Honestly, I'm excited to tell everybody what Aashari Crosswell got planned for the future.
Awesome, man. Well, we're glad to have you on. I mean, we wouldn't have brought you on if we didn't like the film we watched of you. I promise you that. Right. But we're gonna start with some get to know you questions, just some fun ones we came up with. So, I mean, every athlete's got one of these. What's your favorite Gatorade flavor, man?
I couldn't hear you say that again.
What's your favorite Gatorade flavor?
If I had to choose, I would say that power blue for sure, or it's the light one. I know I'm not sure, but it's blue. I can say that one, the blue one.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And so I go to college in Arizona as well. I'm wondering, do you have any favorite fast foods, and are they from the Arizona area, or do you have what's your favorite fast food if you had to pick?
My favorite fast food. Oh man, if I had to choose, I say Wendy's, man. Everybody sleep on Wendy's. You can't go wrong with that 4-for-4.
That's that 4-for-4. Yeah, it's iconic.
Yeah, no doubt. I go for Wendy's for sure.
Nice,
love it. And we always like to ask football players this when we have them on, or athletes in general. Like, if you didn't play football, is there a specific? I know this is a tough question too, because like, you've invested so much into football your whole life. But if you didn't play football, what do you think your dream job would be?
Oh, that's a good question. I think honestly, I'll be a coach probably, because I love coaching. Like, I feel like I can just, now I've been to college, I could be, or whatever the case might be, I could be a coach because I learned, and I've been around like NFL coaches and stuff like that. So I want to like teach the youth, y'all can play football too, but I don't know. A lot of people don't know I'm really good at skateboarding. I can skate. I used to skate when I was a kid, but I stopped skating because I fell in love with football. But if anything, my future job, I want to be a football coach.
Love it.
Nice. Yeah, just staying in that sports world, it's just so awesome. Whatever it is, you're gonna have a great time. Mm-hmm. Now, something aside from sports, the whole section, a little bit more entertainment. If you could be in a TV show or movie, what would you choose and why?
Oh, TV show. I'm a back in the days, man. Even though I was born in 2000s, but I love old school. So if anything, I would be my favorite show growing up. I used to always watch like the Rugrats and stuff like that. Like, I'm like that type of Nickelodeon type of dude,
Yeah,
like
90s Nickelodeon.
I love like shows like that, like the 90s back in the days, like stuff like that. So it's hard, but anything I choose Hey Arnold for sure. That's my favorite show.
Love Hey Arnold.
That's good. That's a good choice.
Movie wise, one of my favorite movies, I say, that's a hard one too. And I'm a movie head, but
hard to pick.
If I had to choose, probably The Wood, because I'm from California too, and that's just a classic to me. Like, I love The Wood. Like, I can watch that anytime. Like, it's a classic, and I'm like, everybody. People like Slim remind me of me because he was like the jokester. So I for sure would be like another Slim.
Love that, man. Well, you just wanted to do that, just break the ice a little bit. But just going on with, you obviously, like we said, like, you guys have invested a lot in football, like, your entire life. So just tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey, and how you got into football, and just how you got to this point where you're looking at the NFL draft coming up, man.
Oh, man. I've been playing football my whole life. The person who made me like who drive me to play football was my brother. He was like the blueprint, you know. So he used to like just be on me all the time, and I see how good he was, and like I was just like, and I just asked my mom, can we just play football one time, and she like signed me up to the nearest park, and like at the time, I just wanted to play football because of him. So he was the one of the main reasons why I played football. Unfortunately, he passed away, but that was like a long time. Like when I was like 2012, he passed away. You get me? So I'm just continuing. I just made a promise to him before he passed, whatever. Like I'm just gonna continue playing football. So that was just my promise to him, and I just kept going and continuing his legacy. Now, like I can't complain. I ended up getting a scholarship to Arizona State. I came into Arizona State with a mindset like I want to play as a freshman, you know. So it was just all business when I came in. I really didn't talk like that. I just wanted to just play football, just to honor his name and continue the Crosswell thing from what he started, you know. So that was just my main focus. That's why, like, if you watch my film, that's why I play so hard. That's why I do everything for him. Not even just him. I got other people like who depend on me, you know. So I just don't want to let other people down. So I feel like me going out there playing football, and me just going out there and show everybody what it really means to be a Crosswell. That was just my main goal. I just wanted to show everybody what I was capable of doing, because I feel like coming out of like high school, whatever, I just been dealing with, you know, just the stereotypes and just, oh, he not gonna be this or he not gonna be that. I just use that as motivation, you know. So that's just like this. That's just people doubting you. So when people doubt you, you just got to show them what you really about. So that's what was my main thing. That was my whole mindset going into ASU, was just to doubt the people wrong, you know. And I appreciate the people who doubted me, because now look at me. You get me? So I'm just humble beats, and I'm just thankful that I'm here. And the wait is almost over. I'm almost like I'm this close to being in the NFL, man. I'm just excited right now, you know. So
yeah.
Let's get it.
100%, man. Well, thank you for opening up to us about that too, because you know it's not always the easiest thing to talk about, man. And that's awesome, man. Like you have an awesome story, and we appreciate you sharing it with us too. And also,
no problem,
like
man.
you talked about your brother. We were going to ask you also, like, any specific like coaches or role models, like, and this could include your brother too, have just been really influential along your journey in football and in life.
I mean, like, I remember my brother used to, like, he was getting recruited, and I just remember we always used to go to like the UCLA camps and like the USC camps, because we from Cali. And I would just remember, like, we always used to go to like SC camps. At the time it was I want to say Coach Lane Kiffin. He like the head coach from he the head coach for Ole Miss now.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, he used to coach under Saban.
SC. Yeah, so he used to do the little camps. I used to go there all the time. Like me and my brother. Then they always was on. I was always on the radar, you know, just because of him. Because they used to recruit my brother, so they knew of me already because they knew of my brother. So soon as that happened, they just started recruiting me. I ended up getting an offer from both of those schools, so they knew of me already. And so that was just big on that part. I just kept going, you know. So I always went to every camp, you know, just to show a name, like just to at least get a little type of buzz going, you know. I just wanted to go out there and compete and just show people what I'm about. And honestly, hard work pays off. So eventually everybody started noticing who I am. And I'm just thankful that I'm still able to play football to this day.
That's awesome, man. And so, yeah, so let's say, you know, you're in high school, you're a senior, and you want to play football and you got to pick a college. What led you to go to Arizona State?
Just a simple fact that I didn't want to be too far from home, because I still wanted my like other people to come out, like family or people back in the community to come like support me and watch me play. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to go far away, and I didn't want to stay in Cali either. So Arizona State was just a perfect fit. And plus my head coach when I was at Poly ended up getting a job at ASU. Antonio Pierce. So I feel like that was just God telling me to start a new chapter and just make history somewhere else. So when I found out he got the job, and everything else that's just said for itself. Like he asked, Antonio Pierce asked me himself, like, if like he's it's no hard feelings, no nothing. If I went to choose another school, he would still treat me as his like family to this day, like he always do. So I just knew for a fact that I wanted to go to ASU. When I took my official visit, it was just everything was just right, and it just felt like home. So everything was just perfect, and that was just God telling me to just commit on my I wanted to commit on my official, but I didn't. So me and Jermaine Lole, we ended up going on the same official together, and then after that we ended up committed to ASU together because we went to the same school, and we both made a promise to ourselves, like when we come to ASU, we were just gonna want to make history and make everybody proud back in Cali. So we just wanted to make history somewhere else than just in California, So we just went to ASU and just stayed humble and we ended up doing what we said we was gonna do as a freshman.
That's awesome, man. I've seen ASU campus. It's nice. So that's certainly
right.
Yeah, it's nice.
It is nice, man. It is. Tempe is different, man. I can't say about nothing bad about Tempe because it's really cool. It's laid back.
It's
for real.
Very laid back. You got the river there, and the nights are the best in Tempe. I got to be honest. They're the best.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. It's pretty dope. No cap.
Yeah, for sure. So you a little bit ago you talked about how you had a lot of people saying he can't do this, you can't get through that. So talk to us about the those different trials and hardships that you encountered and the adversity that you went through and how you kind of overcame that. You said that you used that as fuel to to keep pushing.
Right. Yeah, man. Just when it's just you gonna have. That's when I knew I was supposed to be destined to make it, because I just used to see it all the time, the politics, and just all the doubters, oh, he's not better than this kid when I'm right. Really, obviously I am, so it's just I just been humble about it, when the rankings come out or when the top safeties or whatever the case might be, the PFFs, all that, I just be humble beast. I see that and I just be okay. And I just search up all the dudes they got in front of me, and I just use that as motivation. And I just used to each game I play, I see my stats, then I compare their stats, then I be thinking what's really going on? You get what I'm saying? So it's just at the end of the day, just stay humble about that. I just can't really, my game says it all. So I can't really just let that distract me on my goal, which is making it to the NFL. You get me? So I never let it, I always see the posters, shout out to the fans, they always used to post me on, tag me on that on Twitter. If they post me on, PFF or whatever little, shout outs of who the top players or who the top coverage safeties or whatever. So when I see it, and then when I see it, I try not to stay on that type of stat. I try to move on and just play my game. So it's just my game. I basically just really don't care. I care about the stats. I'm thankful, but I just really be focused on more on winning or just being a team player. At the end of the day, because the stats it's your resume, but then again, it's nothing you should be worried about. Just wait till the end of the season. That's why I used to always tell people, even the people who used to interview me, what's my goal? I'd be I really just want to win. So I don't really be focused on other stuff like that. I think about it, but then again, I really just want to be a team player, and I just want to win, and I just want to show, I just want my coaches and everybody else to just trust me, when I'm out there. So I'm thankful though, so honestly, I can't complain. I'm blessed.
You let the football do the talking, you leave all those critics and whatever, you just play your game.
Just how my coach say, just leave it on the grass. He just, how Herm just be saying that, just leave it on the grass. I really don't talk much like that.
Yeah. So this is the Philly Insider podcast. I'm a little bit of a wild card, and I'm a Bengals fan, and I have been for a decade now. And so
Right.
I'm very familiar with Marvin Lewis, and he
Right.
transitioned into your defensive scheme this year. So kind of how how did that prepare you to take the next step, having him come in and just change up the defense? He was, his defense was dominant in Cincinnati. So
Right.
how did that change really help you out, going forward?
Before Marvin was there, I had Coach Gonzalez. He had the 3-3-5, so that was giving me that got me ready, for the next level also. But Marvin, I feel like his defense really got me even more like aware of the defense of schemes. So when he came, it was just everything changed. I had to learn a whole new like defense, in a matter of weeks. And at the end of the day, I like the fact how he let the like safeties control the defense, and that type of defensive scheme that he had while I was at ASU. So it was really on us to make the calls, to make the blitz, and we the last of the defense, so we see everything. So it's just like I like that type of a scheme that he let the defense call out the plays and call out like the blitzes and stuff like that. That's just taught me that when I get to the next level, I'm gonna be ready for the commitment of taking over that leadership job. Who as a safety, wherever team I go to, So as a safety, you have to be vocal. You can't be quiet. You have to be the loudest on the field. And plus it be like 30,000 fans. So you got to scream. You got to know. You got to echo the call. You got to make sure everybody on the same page so we can prevent them from scoring. So that's what I feel like that was the big key on his part of when he came in, and came in as the DC. So I just want to shout out to him just for putting that scheme out for us, for everybody, not even for me, for everybody on ASU on the defense side to get ready for the next level.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you talk about that communication factor because I've safety is one of the positions I love to scout, like pre-draft and all that.
Right.
That is such an important part because we have Rodney McLeod on the Eagles, and we used to have Malcolm Jenkins a couple years ago. Like both very vocal on the back end. They make sure they communicate the checks to the corners and all that. Like it's such an important part of it. So I'm glad.
Right.
And also, a lot of people when coming into the draft, they like to say, well, this guy's a slot type of safety, more of a rover, right? They like to say he's more of a single high type of guy. So how do you kind of view yourself in that category? Do you see yourself as kind of a guy who can do it all, more of a box safety, more of a deep safety? And also I want to ask along with that, do you play a lot of special teams too?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Coach Slugger made sure I played special teams. I had to ask him to put me back on special teams because I missed it. I remember he put me on there freshman year, and he took me off because he seen how many reps I was getting on defense. But I told him, like, man, that's just going to make me even more of a dog. Like, just put me back on special teams. I've been on kickoff. I was on punt. And I was on punt return too, I mean, yeah, both. But basically, I was on all the special teams. The only reason he took me off is because he wanted the younger cats to be in too. But I understand that. But I told him, like, anytime you need me, just let me know. And he said, I got you, So shout out to Coach Logan for that. And what was the other question?
Yeah, so we were just talking about how they like a lot of analysts like to label everyone as box safety, a deep safety.
Oh, okay,
versatile guys.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I mean, yeah, I'm an all-around safety, man. Like, I can play free. I can come in the box. Like, I feel like, my film shows that I can play in the box. I'm not, I remember my coach used to say it's gonna be a real, like, it's gonna be nosy back there. So I mean, in there when you go in the box, so you better be ready. So I'll be ready all the time when you get in the box. It's no joke. That's like 300 pounds coming at you. So you gotta be ready to be in the box for sure, because they coming for you. So you better be. You gotta be ready. So I could be in the box. I could do it all, man. I love this. I could stick a slot receiver. I could stick. That's the one thing about me. I could play corner too, but I just didn't play corner at ASU. Like, just the simple fact that we had so much corners. That's why I didn't play corner. I just wanted to play safety. But you could ask anybody. When I was at ASU at practice, I used to take corner reps at one-on-ones. Just the fact that I wanted to show the coach. Well, the coach knew I could play corner, but I wanted to let him know that you got a backup corner too. I can play nickel. Like I feel like that's what kind of scheme I could play. Like if you want to put in the nickel package, you should put me at nickel. So coaches out there, scouts, nickel back. But I can play it all. No, like I could do every single defense position. I remember in Pop Warner, my coach made sure I learned every single position because he didn't know how good I was, so he put me at every single position when I was in Pop Warner. So I used to play every position. So I'm glad that he did that because it's like now I know different positions, and I know what the D line gonna do or what the linebackers gonna do. Just he put me on game at a young age. I used to have to watch film with him all the time. He was my coach. He was my Pop Warner coach. So he used to put me on he used to treat me as an NFL a player when I didn't even know at the time. I just wanted to play football, But now I think about it, I'm glad he did that because it taught me a lot, So yeah, that's basically all that. Yeah, I could do it all, man.
Right.
For
Yeah.
real.
Love that, man. And I mean, that versatility alone is going to get you a lot of looks from teams, man, because that's what the name of the game is today on defense. I mean, having guys who can move around a lot, be different types of pieces and defenses, that's such an important part of the game today. And exactly. also your special, you talk about special teams, man, that's a big part. My favorite player on the Eagles is only a gunner on special teams. He does not play on defense, but I love what he does out there. You can ask any of the guys.
It's all about the effort, bro. I think people be taking that for granted. Special teams gonna get you seen for sure. So I hope people need to stop sleeping on special teams. And mind you, the first play is special teams, kickoff and all that. So special teams set the tone. It set the tone for the whole game. If you go on special teams and you make a big hit, that's the energy right there, or a kick return to the crib, that just sets the whole tone. So I love special teams, man. I feel like the all time. I said the best returner of all time is Devin Hester. That's my favorite player.
Yes.
My favorite special teams player. I used to love Devin Hester just the fact that it was hard to tackle that man. He was dangerous. He's been dangerous in Miami. So, man. So I love special teams. I wouldn't mind playing special teams because that's the first play of the game of football games.
Yeah, exactly. And at the end of the day, it is a field position battle a lot of time in football too, and that starts on special teams as well. And you got guys like Matthew Slater on the Patriots too, are just so great at what they do. But also going along with this year's draft, there's a lot of really good safeties. It's a very deep class. That's what they're talking about. So what do you think makes you stand out from the other guys? Is it your versatility, your combination of size and athleticism, playmaking ability, you're a ball hawk, or the energy you show on the field, or just all of it?
I say you named the key factors. I feel like what would separate me from other safeties is that I'm the only safety that in my sophomore year, I was credited to only miss 2 tackles,
Wow.
So that's gonna separate me from other safeties because I was the only safety with such a claim, So I feel like that should just be an eye opener right there, just to show y'all that I don't miss tackles, when it's time for the open field tackle or when it's time to, to come in the box and tackle. I'm your guy, bet your money on me because I'm gonna make the tackle. I just bet on myself. I challenge myself to go against the best. I used to tell the coaches all the time, just let me know who the best receiver on the team. Every time we get the scouting report, I wanted to stick the best guy because I wasn't afraid of them. So I stick some good guys over my years of college. So it was a lot. So I can't name them right now. So but I just wanted to prove people that I can stick whoever, I'm not afraid of whatever his name is, a big time name, that doesn't faze me. You get what I'm saying? So
right.
he might give me once or twice, but you're not gonna get me all the time. Like, you're gonna have to work for this. You know, it's gonna be a long day for you if you're not prepared. Because I'm prepared. I think people don't understand. I watch film on the person I'm about to stick, so I'm gonna know all your moves. So you better switch it up, or it's on you. If you don't switch it up, I'm getting a pick six, or you gonna have a long day. Like, I feel like one of my best college games was Cal. You know, that just made a statement right there. Nope, none of my receivers caught a ball on me. You get what I'm saying? So I just had to make a statement that no, it's not easy over here when we go one-on-one. And a lot of people respect me after that. You know, so they didn't realize I was that good, but I had to show them that I had to take it there with y'all because y'all counting me out. You get me? So
yeah.
I took that personal. So I did that. I told myself, and that day was a special day for me because it was a special day to me because on that day it was going on years of when I lost my childhood friend. You get me? So when that day happened, I was just focused. I'm like, man, I'm just gonna ball out for him. You get me? So I was like, in my head, each play, I'm like, you not catching the ball. You get me? So I'm like, I'm focused on him. So I'm letting him, like, he not hearing me, but in my head, I'm letting myself know. And then when he don't catch something, or when I'm like on it, I'll be letting him know. Switch it up. I'm not playing. You know, like, y'all gotta be on y'all A game because I'm not playing with y'all. Like, and people seeing that I wasn't playing that game. Like, I was dead serious. Like, I was talking to my teammates, but I wasn't. You get me? I was like distance, little busy, because they didn't know what day that was until after the game. And I said it in my interview, you know, and I posted on my social media. Then people knew why I was so like, you know, focused on that game. Like, nobody didn't know that at first till I posted on my social media that game was for my childhood friend, you know. So I say that says it all, you know. So
that toned your senses up to 11 and you were just focused on that.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. And I love what you said about just being able to tackle. I know that sounds weird for some people, but like, that's such a problem in our day and age in football.
Eagles fan, big problem.
They don't tackle. So that's just such an awesome thing to have. Just being able to tackle. It's good.
Tackling is important for sure because, man, I know for sure. We take that tackling thing serious, especially at ASU. I feel like our circuits be like at least an hour, man. They be stretching it with the tackling. So they make sure we know how to tackle. That's why we ASU is like, you know, it's about to be the top. Now just watch out for ASU this year for sure. Like, it's gonna be some problems. We got some young talent. So shout out to them guys. They're gonna do their job. This year is for sure looking for the Rose Bowl for surely. I think it's about that time, you know, just the simple fact that it's about that time. Like, I know I want one, and I know everybody it's been a long time since ASU won the Rose Bowl. They haven't run the Rose Bowl since they played, I believe, Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. If that was the last time. It was a long time ago, though. It was like back in the day. So, I mean, why not do it this year? So, it's just, they got to be focused. And I know they're going to be, people up there going to be like on them about that. That's going to be that type of mindset. So, it's nothing but personal business, and they want roses in their mouth. So, watch out for ASU.
Yeah, I'll be seeing you in a few years, just being the guy to truck Derrick Henry, you know? You'll be coming down, just take him out. You'll be the first to silence him.
It's crazy. It's a 99 on Madden, bro.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I don't know, but hey, you know what's crazy? Bro, he was, I met Derrick Henry before.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah, I met him because, like, you know how, y'all heard of the opening, right? You know, they go to the top players. They go to the opening. So I got invited to that, and he was like, you know how they used to have the bed checks?
Yeah.
So they had the bed checks. You had to be to bed at a certain time. Then you wake up in the morning. Then you had to do your 707s, whatever. So he was the one who knocked on my door. I'm like, bro, this is Derrick Henry. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy, bro.
Wow.
Like, he was so big. I'm like, man, who want to tackle this dude? Like,
Dude, yeah.
Bro, I'm looking at him. I'm like, bro, you was like a bodybuilder.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
He's
a small world. That's crazy because he really was there at the opening. It was a lot of dudes at the opening. Odell was there.
Wow.
Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman wasn't there. Was he there? But he always be there all the time. It was a lot of like dudes there.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to the opener.
If you had to pick, a current safety in NFL that you model your play after or just admire, who would that be? A safety.
Oh. I always, man, if I had to, I'd say, if I'm saying his name right, the safety for Chicago Bears, Eddie Jackson. That's his name.
Bojack.
Yeah. No cap. That's respect. Yeah, that man go. He's good. Hey, I remember my game to him. Anybody else? No, but him, yeah.
Love that.
He goes crazy for sure. So I'll say him.
And then 2 more questions for you. I had to ask you about this game against Arizona in 2018. I believe it's the Territorial Cup.
Right.
You guys had that huge comeback in the last few minutes. I mean, you picked off that one pass late in the game. Then your boy Eno scored that game winner. What was that game like? Just the environment. What was going through your head during that game? How special was it to win that game?
Oh man, that was when I first came to ASU, they used to always tell me, we don't care if y'all go 0-0 or 10, whatever, just beat U of A. And that is serious. Like, they take that's like well known, it's history. So that game mean a lot, just the simple fact that it's history, and I believe it's the oldest type of like rivalry game. You get me? So I feel like when I got that pick, I knew that mean everything to me, because now it's like I'm in school history. Like, they go keep playing that play. So I'm like, let's go. It's like in my head, if I was humble about it, but after I watched the highlight tape, I'm like, man, I really did that. Like, I'm blessed. Humble Beach for sure. Like, that was dope in my eyes. Like, I'll never forget that. Just a super fact. And I was young too. I was like 18 when I did that. So I was just like, everybody was telling me, you know what you did? Like, I'm like, man, I just made a play. Like, I wasn't really sweating it. And I started realizing like that play mean a lot. And just, after I made that play, like, just I just felt the love, from my teammates. So shout out to the squad, So shout out to them. So that was just a big moment for me. And we beat them and we came back. That's the point. We really came back, and and they was so mad. Like, so I'm like, dang, like, I know that would hurt. I'll be hurt too. So I get the point, but they not gonna beat us no time soon. It's gonna be a while too. And I'm 3-0 against them. So
hey, there you go.
So that's what I can brag about. That I'm 3-0 against them.
Nice. That's awesome. I can't wait to see more moments like those you'll have in the NFL. That'll be great. Just having some amazing wins. My last question for you, it's a little bit more of a fun one again. Since I'm from not from Arizona, I go to college in Arizona. A lot of people don't know, but there's this food place called Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Now my question to you is, Raising Cane's or Chick-fil-A?
Oh, man, I'm going Chick-fil-A.
Okay, all right.
Chick-fil-A different. The only thing, I say Cane's, but really Chick-fil-A. The only reason I say Cane's because Cane's be open on Sundays, Chick-fil-A don't. So I don't like that, bro.
And it's open till like 2 a.m.
Yeah, man.
It's clutch with that.
So I want now Cane's. I'm
switching up. I think about that 2 a.m. really, those midnight hungers, dude. They hit you.
Yes, man. I be wanting Chick-fil-A late night too, and I be like, and it'd be a Sunday, and I'd be like, wow, they are closed.
It's brutal. And if you ever at Cane's again and you like the toast, get extra toast and then get a Bob style. It is amazing. I'll tell you, Bob style is
a Bob
phenomenal.
Style. I toys automatically. Like,
oh yeah, it's amazing right there.
Yeah, that's different. So I guess that's us.
And Aashari, you also pulled out the Michael Jordan quote earlier in this interview, and you said, "I took that personal about the one game with going up against receivers." And like your mindset, man, I just want to commend you on it. Like we can tell you're a hard worker and like you want to achieve greatness, and you just go out there and ball. And also you talked about the Arizona rivalry too. Like, man, I like you would really be a good fit in the city of Philadelphia because we got that Dallas Cowboy rivalry.
Hey man, shout out to Philly, man. I'm feeling Philly. Hey, Philly. Think about
we gotta take it to Geno's.
I mess with Philly. Hey, McMillie, come on. Hey, I love Philly, man. Bro, I've been watching. Man, McMill made me love Philly. I used to listen to McMill since I was like a pup, like when he first dropped Dream Chaser. So I mess with Philly, no doubt. Like Philly, I always get love. And I believe ain't Lil Uzi from Philly too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Philly, what's up? Oh God.
Yeah, let's go. Love to see you here. It'd be great.
Love that. Yeah.
No, for real. Like, shout out to Philly. No cap. For real.
Yeah. And before we wrap up, going off of that, I just want to say, like, what do you have to say to the fans of the future team you're going to be on? Any NFL fans who might be hoping that they'll get you on your team?
If I had to say anything, man, the wait is almost over. I'm coming. So I gotta say.
That's clean. That's great.
Hey,
I love that.
Awesome, man. Love that. Well, thank you, Aashari, for doing this interview, man. We enjoyed it a ton. It was a blast. Enjoyed talking about Raising Cane's with you too. Hey, we wish you all the best in the draft process. We know it's going to be different with no combine and all this stuff. It sucks, but we're gonna be following you closely wherever you end up, man, and we're gonna be two of your biggest fans. You can count on that.
Yeah, well, we might become our favorite team might be whoever you get drafted for.
Hey, man. Hey, love, man. Respect. I appreciate y'all. Everybody have a blessed night. God bless.
Yeah, you too. Yeah. Have a good one. Yeah. God bless, man.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Man.
See you later.
Yes, sir.